We are joined with Mississippi's favorite doctor, and we're talking about something that everyone should get excited about. This is the time of the year that many Americans travel, either domestically or internationally. And we have Dr. Quinn here to tell us how we can stay safe while traveling.
Well,
good morning,
Gracie,
Dr. Quinn.
Good morning to you.
Well, I have a question for you. How do complications typically happen when traveling?
Well, I'm just so excited this morning. That's why I keep talking over you. We're actually getting ready to go on a trip the 4th of July weekend. We're going to travel. But what I want to do is give some tips to everybody out there in the listening audience. You have to have what's called a contingency plan, because when you travel, things can go wrong. For instance, if you have chronic medical conditions such as heart disease, kidney disease, and you take medications that you have to take every day to keep yourself as safe as possible, you want to have at least 1 week, 7 days of extra medicine on your personal when you travel. Example, my wife and I, a few years ago for Valentine's, we went to Miami, and basically when we got to our layover in North Carolina, we were noted that there was a ice storm in Mississippi where we couldn't get a flight until later that week. So we were stranded in North Carolina for 6 days.
Wow.
Luckily back then I didn't have to take any medications, but for those out there that have chronic medical conditions, they might not have access to their medicine for 6 days. So you want to have at least 1 week of extra medicine because you just never know. So that's very important. Number two, you want to identify a clinic wherever you're going in advance in case you have an exacerbation of a chronic medical condition where you need to go to see a provider, and especially if you're traveling overseas internationally, which I've never done yet, but one day I will. So basically you want to find out, does your insurance carry over to that location? It might be in the United States. There are a lot of insurances that are state to state, like Medicaid, or my daughter that lives in California, she has something called Kaiser, which is a HMO. But if she comes to Mississippi, we just have to pay cash for her doctor's visits. So you want to make sure your insurance carries over. And if your insurance does not carry over, you want to make sure you have cash to pay for the visit. But if it's another country, you want to have that currency available, because in some countries, if you don't have the money or the insurance, they're not going to see you and you'll be at risk. So these are just some very strong things to consider. Number one, a 7-day supply of medicine. Number two, you want to identify a clinic and make sure you're able to receive the services by rendering the payment in whatever form you're able to accomplish.
Absolutely, Dr. Quinn. So what you're saying is that planning can make a huge difference when it comes to traveling and the potential of having that health crisis or something go wrong on what was supposed to be a really good time of the year on your vacation.
Right, right. And then some other planning you want to do is talk to your doctor before you leave. Some people have a higher probability of developing a blood clot. He might let you know if you fall into that category, and if you're going to fly for an extended period of time or drive, he might suggest compression stockings, and then maybe getting out of the car and walking every 2 hours for a little while at a rest station or a gas station. Or if you're flying, you can talk to the airplane stewardess on the plane, and they have certain protocols if you're high risk, where when they turn the seatbelt sign off, you can walk up and down the aisle when it's available. Other people are not going to the restroom, and you can help avoid getting a blood clot. Then the next thing you can do is you can talk to your doctor about COVID precautions. You might need to wear that mask in the airport if you're exposed to people, because you don't want to get to your destination and have COVID and you know, not touching things if you are someone with a weakened immune system.
Right.
So these are things to consider.
Right. And Dr. Quinn, it's no surprise that we all love vacations, but can you break down just quickly how taking time off, even for just a few days, can actually improve our mental health?
Right, right. A lot of people like me are very overwhelmed because we do the same routine every day and we get overwhelmed. But when we get away, the research has documentedly proven that when you get away, when you come back, you're more productive at work, you're more creative and you can think more clearly and make better decisions. And if you're a doctor like me, have a better chance of saving lives.